Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in the fall of 2022. It is the fall of 2022, and the album's not ready yet. The Fringe. Detroit! Rock City! I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. Detroit! Rock City! Are you from Detroit? Okay, so let's get into today's video. Today's video is about, yes, you guessed it, Dennis Death Noodles, who has gotten a haircut and cleaned himself up from the head up, okay? The nether regions, from all of the pictures that he has posted now, promoting a possible OnlyFans, looks like there's a wild beast out in the jungle. Will we catch it? Will we tame it? Will we be able to trim it down? Some woman posted, he posted a picture of himself in basketball shorts, like with the pants kind of pulled down, you know, so you can see the bushes and all that kind of. Girl, nobody wants to see all that, okay? Maybe in 1975 in some bad porn movie. But anyway, this gal underneath there, she posted and she said, Dennis, nobody wants to have to look through all that bush for a snake. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. But I just kind of wanted to get caught up on what has been going on with Dennis Death Noodles over the weekend, because there's quite a few things. He has reached out to Gabby Hannah for a date, which is number one. I think is interesting. Number two, he had his third roast battle, which he called a complete success and is already promoting his fourth roast, but we will talk about that in just a second. And then I also wanted to talk about this, like, thirst trapping, him promoting this possible OnlyFans, which I think is kind of interesting. I actually think he will end up doing it just because so many people are talking about it now. So which one should I talk about first? Should I talk about the OnlyFans first? Is that the one that you guys are wanting? Because it is interesting when you read the comments, like on the pictures. It's like 4 negative comments, and then like one comment that's like, Zaddy, I'd hit that. And I'm like, yeah, desperate, sitting in some lonesome town. You're looking for a man any way that you can find it. I'm gonna find him and fix it up all day long. Dennis is like the epitome of the guy that you're like, I just want a man so bad, I'll find somebody and I'll fix him up. Trust me, I've dated a few of those, okay? I dated a few of them, and I fixed them up, and then they left me. So you don't want Dennis, because you're going to fix him up, and then he's going to leave you, okay? You're going to trim that bush down, and then he's going to go and hit it somewhere else. So anyway, so what was I going to say? I'm talking about the OnlyFans. So anyway, he posted on his, hold on, I have it pulled up right here. I had it pulled up right now. He pulled up and he shut up. He pulled up, he showed up, he shut up, and he shut up. Oh my God. 25 cents in the cuss jar. Okay, so he posted on his Twitter, OnlyFans at 1 million, question mark, okay? And it is currently sitting at, now I voted no. It's right here, okay? I voted no. And yes is 24%, no is 60%, and so that's a pretty resounding no. And Zaddy is sitting at 16%, okay? Which I think is kind of an interesting term to call yourself when you're 37 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I think to refer to yourself that way is kind of interesting, but whatever. Okay, so somebody said on here, I actually appreciate Dennis making this poll because essentially it is, do you like Death Noodles? Yes, no, I am a ride or die fan. And now we can get a real view of people who are actually here for Dennis. So that would say 60% are not here for Dennis. And then somebody said, they actually put up a different kind of poll. And then somebody said, how about you start being an actual comedian instead of moving on to being some porn star? And somebody responded to this and said OnlyFans would be the best joke. So I guess they're waiting for the bush and all, I don't know. And somebody said, yes, please, God, And so there's where there's like some comments on there that are like, you know, positive and things like that. Okay, and somebody said, okay, so hear me out. Nude roast battles, like what you're already doing but naked and only broadcast on OnlyFans. So I'm not gonna out this person's name, but honey, sweetie, sister of the world, okay? Nobody wants that. Nobody's asking for that. Nobody wants Death Noodles standing on a stage with a microphone and a hairy bush going, oh yeah, yeah. Nobody wants that, okay? Nobody's asking for it except for maybe you. So maybe that could be some exclusive OnlyFans DM content that he can give you over there. I don't know, okay? Maybe him and that girl with the horrible jokes that she thinks she's so funny. Maybe they can do a little nude stand-up together and you can get your rocks off. But I don't think that would be funny at all. So anyway, there was all of this, and the reason that he is feeding into this OnlyFans thing, I have to tell you, like, this is just one example to me of where I really thought, like, if you had asked me, I don't know, like 8 or 9 months ago, like, what do you think of, like, Dennis and whatever? And I'd say, well, Dennis gets it wrong sometimes, like a lot of us drama commentary channels. But, like, he really has it figured out. Like, I really think he has his game together. And I think he's going to really rise to the top even more. Like, he was doing so well with the commentary. And I'm not saying that you have to keep doing something that you don't like doing, right? But he was really doing so well with it, and he had really figured it out. And even when he went from, like, taking the Minecraft, you know, cat ears or whatever that is off, and he was just sitting behind the desk, and he said he was going to change his format a little bit and whatever. You know, even when he did that, he started taking himself a little bit more seriously. People kind of criticized him then and were like, what happened to the jokes? What happened to the humor? But I think he wanted to kind of like make himself a little bit more serious. And then that didn't work. And so he was like, well, I've always wanted to be a comedian all along. But if you had asked me, let's say 8 to 9 months ago, what I thought of him, right? I would have said, I thought that Dennis is somebody that really has it all figured out, okay? And that he is actually very smart when it comes to this internet game. In retrospect, looking at a lot of these things, like, okay, Gabby Hannah is big news right now, right? And a lot of people are tagging Death Noodles in stuff to do with Gabby Hannah and, you know, all of these, you know, Gabby Hannah coming out and talking about her mental health issues and whatever. And so he takes advantage of that and he rides the coattails of that and says, hey, Gabby Hannah, want to go on a date? Or, you know, all of these pictures that he's putting up of himself with no shirt on and his basketball shorts pulled down low, or videos of him, you know, doing pull-ups. And I have no clue why he's doing it. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, it just kind of came out of left field that he started posting all these pictures of himself, like, half naked. I don't know if he needs the validation from people or if it's like a joke to him or whatever. But then when people started saying, like, oh, you're going to do an OnlyFans off of this. Oh, he wants to do an OnlyFans, unless he truly does want to do an OnlyFans. And so he's saying, like, oh, this is going to be the way that then when I start it, people won't really come for me. Do what you want to do. Like, you know, I don't judge anybody that makes their coin the way that they want to make it, you know? But stand up and be proud for how you're going to make it. Don't always have to go into everything as a joke. So now he's got all these people out there saying, oh, he's going to start an OnlyFans. Oh, he's going to start an OnlyFans. Oh, he's going to start an OnlyFans. And what does he do? He comes out on Twitter with this poll and says, start an OnlyFans at 1 million. And it's like, he has no real original ideas. And I think that's what I figured out, is that if you look back at Death Noodles' career from the beginning, that what he was really doing was, and I'm not saying that he watched me, or I don't know who he watched. I think more like Keemstar and Philip DeFranco and people like that. But like, he really took that model of doing like drama, combining 2 and 3 stories together at a time. And like, he just copied it, is all he did, and used his own like style and tone of speaking in those videos, and kind of throwing in like kind of like a little something funny here and there. And I think they were very highly scripted, and he was getting good views on them and doing very well. And so I think it worked to his advantage, you know? It's like, I'm a big believer, and if you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know this, that I say time and time again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And so I think what he did was, he took a model that was already working, and he just adjusted it to his own style. And so people were already waiting for, like, the drama, and then just kind of, he applied himself to it. For example, okay, I don't feel like what I do is anything original at all. I don't claim to be the first drama channel around. There were many before me. But when I started doing YouTube drama, you know, it was Karina Kaboom and Sanders Kennedy that were doing beauty influencer drama. And so I started watching them, and then I kind of started talking about them, and then I started doing a very similar thing. It wasn't like I was reinventing anything or doing anything that's genius. And there's been this whole fight within all of these channels of like who's original and who did this for. It's like, listen, okay, none of us are that original. It's just we put our own style and our own spin to it, you know. And so to be honest with you, the real person that originated me sitting here behind the camera doing what I do, talking about YouTube pop culture drama, is Michael Buckley from What's the Buck. So if there's anybody that I've copied, it was him, because back in the day, I loved watching him every single day get behind the camera, sit in a suit and tie, and he would talk about pop culture drama. And I actually, when I was doing videos at the desk, and I was going to go to more doing like Kardashian drama and things like that at least like once or twice a week, that was really what I was going to like kind of copy. So I don't think Dennis is really that smart. I don't really think that he's that bright. I think he's this guy that people kind of thought, oh, you're always kind of the funny guy in the classroom. You're always kind of the jokester, ha ha, funny. He's not a comedian, he's funny. There's a difference. There's a difference between being a stand-up comedian, between being a comedian, a writer that writes comedy, all of those things, and being somebody that's funny. You know what I'm saying? People tell me all the time I'm funny. I don't think that I could do stand-up. Stand-up, I mean, really takes a lot of genius. It really, really does. Like, I mean, if you look at some of the people out there that are some of the greatest comedians, I mean, some of the people that I love, that I look up to are comedians, like Carol Burnett. I mean, I know that I'm dating myself, but like, Carol Burnett's a genius. Okay, I mean, Carol Burnett could do things, you know, back in the day, all of those comedians that did like live action comedy could do something with like just the move of an eye or the twitch of her tongue that would make an entire audience laugh. That's genius, okay? That's where you like have a true sense of how to move in comedy and things like that. Dennis doesn't have that. He doesn't have that at all, right? So now what he's doing is, he's got this commentary channel that he wants to switch over from being funny to being more serious. That fails because people don't like that. They're like, well, we missed the funny, ha-ha. So then he's like, well, all I really wanted to be anyway was funny, so I'm going to open this comedy store. So he starts talking about this comedy club and this comedy store and all this kind of stuff, right? And now people like on this last roast, I will tell you, I didn't watch it. I don't know anything about it except for reading the comments. The comments said that most of the comedians there were pretty funny, except for Dennis. Like, that was the main comment underneath there was everybody was funny except for Dennis. Everybody was funny except for Dennis. In fact, I have a comment pulled up right here. Hold on a second. And the comment is, everyone but Dennis was actually, this has 124 likes on it. Everyone but Dennis was actually pretty entertaining. But holy SHI toot, Death killed the vibe every time he brought up the chat or the haters online. So GD awkward, but I think if Dennis wasn't in the show, it would have gone a lot better. Let's see what the replies are. Someone said, exactly, he sabotaged the whole show trying to direct and control everything. He doesn't want anyone else to have the spotlight. And then somebody said, yeah, the bitching isn't a good look. And so it goes on. Anyway, and that's the thing. If you've watched any of the roasts up to this point, like I said, I haven't watched it. I didn't watch this third one, but the first two, there's so much focus and attention on the haters out there that Death Noodles, you know, of people that are saying things to Death Noodles and whatever, and the haters online, and the commentary channels and the drama channels. And he put Adam McIntyre in like the intro to his roast. I mean, it's just like at this point, it's like you are so focused and so ate up with the internet drama of what is going on around you that you can't see past that to your own success. And he is sabotaging himself. Unless what he has decided is that he is going to become the drama, okay? And that is what a lot of YouTubers do, is that they decide that, listen, I can get so many views commenting on the drama, following the drama, all that kind of stuff, or I can become the drama, right? The problem with that is, you know, when you take somebody like Trisha Paytas or Shane Dawson or whatever, they had a pretty strong fan base to begin with, right? So if they become the drama, people are going to continue to follow them over time. Dennis doesn't really have that strong of a fan base. In fact, I went to his social blade because I wanted to see if he's continuing to lose subscribers, because like in the last week, he really hasn't done that much that would push that many people away, except for just continue to push his roast and things like that. So I went over here and I looked. Hold on a second. I went over here and I looked, and he has continued to lose subscribers. 1,000, 22,000 in the last 28 days. And that's been consistent since I've been covering this stuff, that he's been continuing to lose 1,000 subscribers like every third day or something like that. That's a lot of subscribers. I mean, 22,000 subscribers for like consistently. I mean, he's lost like probably 40 to 60,000 subscribers in the last 2 to 3 months now, and doesn't really care. So that's what's going on with all of that. He did cut his hair. Here, I will put up a picture somewhere here. And he posted this, I don't know which picture I'm going to post. So he put up this picture and then tweeted, cleaned up noodles. Also, I got a third shoulder installed recently. And this was like where the comments were like, okay, you got your hair cut. Now can you get your bush cut? Or can you get a sponsorship from Manscaped? And thank you for stealing that line from me. That was my one good joke that I had, okay, at my comedy club with Becky, Darlene, and DJ. But anyway, then he said, history was made again. See you at the Ford Super Roast Battles. No, thank you. September 23rd at 8 p.m. Hollywood. Thank you so much to everyone who came out. So there's that. And then on 8:59 p.m. on 9/16, he added Gabby Hannah with a dot in front of it, which means she'll see it, and said, want to go on a date? And, you know, say what you want to say about Gabby Hannah. I mean, like, you know, I did a video just with her the other day talking about her, and I said in there, I kind of have to, like, preface this and explain it before you understand. But I said, you know, at this point of what's going on with Gabby Hannah, there are people that are still extremely concerned with her mental health and think that a lot of what's going on today is, like, her mental health stuff. And then there is a group of people that think that everything that's going on is, like, complete fakery of the world. And then there are those people in the middle that I believe think that some of it is still a lot of the mental health stuff, and some of it is her faking stuff for attention. Not the mental health stuff, but like putting out tweets that are attention seeking and things like that, right? So here you have a girl who is also people are aligning with Death Noodles because people are saying you're both ruining your careers, right? And Death Noodles, like, I mean, talk about dragging somebody down with you. He gets online, and I was kind of surprised she didn't respond to him. I honestly thought she would in some kind of like, really kind of like passive-aggressive kind of way. But he didn't, or she didn't respond to him at all. But people in the comment sections were like, oh, this would be a train wreck, and what can you imagine sitting next to them at a restaurant and all that kind of stuff. So apparently they're going to start dating. Not! So anyway, one of the things I wanted to say was, you know, when I was talking about all of the hate or all the haters that he is constantly addressing and the trolls, and it's like he's so ate up with like the haters and the trolls on YouTube and all these people that hate me and all these people that don't like you and blah, 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 whatever, right? Which I'm going to read you his Instagram in just a second. So then he is live streaming, I think, as we speak. I think he is doing a live stream. And he put on here, live responding to all the hate videos and everything else that happened this weekend, okay? And so I'm like, well, you're the one that continues to perpetuate people. I mean, if you weren't doing anything but promoting these videos and, you know, all this kind of, these roasts, and you were just coming on Twitter, just being like, hey guys, what's going on? Like, hey, listen, okay? As someone here, let's read Peter's tweets, okay? Let's read, go follow me on the Twitter, by the way. Don't call him sick with the tweets. But let's go look at Peter's Twitter for a second here, okay? And I do okay on Twitter. So here I retweeted, 97 days until Christmas. What old or obscure Christmas special do you love? Ooh, that's so problematic. And then I retweeted 42 days until Halloween, because Halloween Countdown is one of my favorite Twitter accounts. They follow me back, too. Ooh, so problematic. And then I retweeted crumble cookies for the week. Oh! Now, they did get into some trouble, but I talked about that on my review channel. But anyway, I review them every week on my review channel, right? And then, a day ago, 98 days until Christmas. 43 days until Halloween. And then here I posted my video. And then here it is. Wow. Sins of a Mother is a crazy documentary, a real tearjerker at the end. Just started Sins of Our Mother, love a good true crime documentary. And then Michael Myers' account tweeted out this Halloween picture, and he said, I just want this. And I put, me too. Videos that I posted. I love seeing people win on game shows. I said, oh, problematic. So Dennis, if you don't want haters, stop doing hateful shit. 25 cents in the cut jar. It's really not that difficult. I mean, it is really not that difficult, right? Just settle yourself down. So anyway, if you go over to this Instagram account where he's posted himself in the basketball shorts and whatever, and then he has this picture where he's like up into the camera, right? He has 216 comments on here. Now, when you go to Death Noodles' Instagram, he has two noodles. God, I hope not, because that would make for some OnlyFans. I would have to pay to see that if he had two noodles. I would really. But that's for another video. But Death Noodles has two Instagram accounts. He has his Death Noodles account, which is like really supposed to be, like it was always for like YouTube and pop culture stuff, right? And then he has, and the reason I started following him over there was because he would like post like 6, 7, 5 stories a day over there. I mean, he was kind of like TMZ a little bit. Like if something popped off, like he was posting about it, right? And people loved it because they were getting like the news like real quick. And then he had a personal account that's the Dennis and his last name account that was posting like pictures of him just like sitting there and very photoshopped picture. Not photoshopped pictures, very like go have like a photographer go with you into the wild. And have all these beautiful pictures taken. They're like some graduation pictures or something in there. So anyway, so every time he posts a picture like this on his Instagram, which let's see how many there are. So he hasn't actually, on this account, he hasn't posted anything about anything to do with social media or anything like that since August 28th. Okay? So in over 2 weeks, he hasn't, this was the last post that he posted, he hasn't posted another picture. So this is all thirst trap pictures. Here's him with his shirt off, another picture with his shirt off, okay. Here's the supposed police and their party girl, I was going to say, in their Party City uniform. He just hired that as an actor, I'm sure of it. Then here he is, hanging out here in his BMW. And then here he is, cash rolling. And then here he is doing his pull-ups, to pull up or shut up. And there he is, thirst trapping again. And that's the most, there he is with his mustache that he posted. And then here he is, thirst trapping again. And then here he is buying a suit that's ugly. And then here, okay, and then there's his haircut. And then here he is, thirst trapping again, okay? So people are like, we were coming here for the pop culture news. What is going on? When you read these comments, you guys, they're not hateful comments. They're comments asking him, what happened to your channel? Like, we were coming to Instagram and to your YouTube channel to get the news. We don't care about your hairy bush, okay? We don't care. We didn't vote for it. We don't want to see it. And we definitely don't care about it, okay? So anyway, Pube Central. So somebody, apparently the only person that cares about it is Perez Hilton because he commented, did anyone else zoom in? Number 1 comment. Okay, thank God my comment is not up there saying that. I'd say Manscaped. I should comment, shouldn't I? I should say Manscaped. Someone said, what is this? Can you please stop? Jesus Christ. Somebody said, we want the tea, dude. Almost been a month of this SHI to it. Just use your personal account. Is this becoming your personal account? I only followed you for the dumb articles. Why are people acting like he's hot? Somebody did say that they'd still hit it. That little emoji. I'm so close to unfollowing. I missed the news. Bro, your personal has half the following. Is that not enough for you? We follow this account for news. I'm going to give you one more week. Can't take it anymore, bro. I'm sorry. I wish you the best and hope you get better. What the hell is your account now? Are you going to go back to like posting internet news and SHI or can I unfollow? Unfollowing, ick. Can you just say please? Or no, you're going to post news again? What's up with the facial expression thirst trap? Definitely fell off, bro. Stop. Definitely, do you have, okay, oh, filler. Where does he have filler? His new fan base is really mean. You can't say anything about missing his old content without being called names. So weird and aggressive. I agree with that. Like, I mean, the people really miss his old content. He really did fall off. Okay, isn't this a news account? So anyway, it goes on and on and on, and all these people say this stuff about wanting the news account, right? So let's see when the last video that he posted that had any kind. I went to see if he posted his the Death Noodles roast live, and he did, and he said he was going to stream it, so it was streamed. And he is an hour ago, he streamed responding to all the hate videos about me. I probably won't be watching that. Where is Death Noodles? Okay, here's Death Noodles. So his most recent video is, I got kicked out of the Blackpink pop-up store 7 hours ago, 3.5 thousand views. This subreddit hates me, 14,000 views. I am dating Gabby Hannah. So he is now using Gabby Hannah, okay. He actually used a picture of her from like 4 years ago too. 18,000 views. The return of irrelevant news, 16,000 views. I got banned again, 11,000 views. Death Noodles illegal comedy club and studio tour, 13,000 views. I mean, you guys, he has destroyed his channel. I got swatted. I got banned on Twitch. His entire channel has become all about this drama. People are saying, well, what if Death Noodles is doing this as a way to do like commentary on when you become drama, okay? So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to say that Death Noodles is smart enough. I don't really believe this, okay? I don't believe this. And even if that is the case, and this is what he ends up doing, it's because he stole the idea from other people saying it, okay? Like myself. But people are saying that maybe he's going to do this, you know, huge documentary of behind the scenes of the drama community and people talking about him and trolls and online hate, which is why he is like really poking the bear of all of these like haters and trollers and all this kind of stuff, right? Even if that were the case, does anybody care that much about Death Noodles? Like, I'm just asking, okay, truly. Is anybody that emotionally invested in a 2-year online career that he's had that he hasn't really shown that much of his life? I mean, he doesn't really show that much of his life. He just talks about stuff that happens to him as a result of being online. It's not like we see his apartment. It's not like we see him cooking a meal. It's not like we see him hanging out with his friends or his family. Like, we don't know who he is as a person. We just see him with his shirt off and his pants pulled down short, you know? We just see him, like, in this comedy club. We don't know who Dennis is as a person whatsoever. He could be completely normal once the camera stops rolling. Now, we've heard things from, like, his assistant and things like that that's not true. But we don't know. You know what I mean? So even if he was going to do this whole thing of like, this is how the drama unfolded and I got in the middle of it, who'd care? Like, seriously? I mean, maybe it would garner 200,000 or 300,000 views, but really, it wouldn't be that eye-opening. I mean, I would not be that impressed with it because, first of all, what I would feel like is, well, you played right into it. You know, you pandered to the people that were calling you out. You played right into all of this. So even if that is his long-term game, which I don't believe that it is, I don't think he has any idea what he's doing at this point. So he's like, I'm going to tweet out Gabby Hannah. And then he tweets out Gabby Hannah and he realizes he gets 78 responses to it. So he turns it into a video. I'm dating it, Gabby Hannah, you know? And then he says something about like, oh, I was sitting in a live stream and the police showed up to whatever. And he goes, I got swatted. And it's like anything at this point to get views. Which, I mean, his fans have just been asking him, just go back to the commentary that you were wanting to do. You know, but he doesn't want to do that, so. Y'all think I care? Listen, I'm perfectly happy, okay? I got 6 channels. I ain't giving up none of them. I love them. And I got a comedy club myself with Becky, Darlene, and DJ. So I ain't giving none of it up. I'm happy. I'm happy as they can be. I'm as happy as a peach. Anyway, let me know what you think on the comment section below. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.